This video is sponsored by EBSCO Industries, Bank of Moundville, Moundville Telephone Company, and Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports.
Since it's that time of year, this story, I guess a lot of people, a lot of our stories, you go to different cultures and you have stories that are similar to other cultures. And this is one of those stories that's like that. And I know in the non-Indian culture, you have a thing called the Grim Reaper, and other cultures have similar creatures or similar entities. We have one that we call Ishtahola. Now, Ishtahola is a little bit different than the Grim Reaper, where the Ishtahola, he doesn't come to you when it's your time to go. He comes to you when you're not doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, that's not right. So Ishtahola, and this is the story, it's about a young boy. It could be any young boy. Usually I give it a name, so I'm going to give this little boy's name, I'm going to give him the name of John. Or I could give him the name of Alex or whatever, But this is going to be John. And he had a friend named Alex. Now, John was a good boy. John, he did all the things that are good, but one day he was playing and this little boy named Alex showed up. And Alex came up to him and said, "Hey, let's go play." And they went and played. But for some reason, the day he met Alex, his whole life changed. He started doing things that he normally didn't do because this boy Alex would get him to go do things. And they would get in trouble. And then when they get in trouble, Alex was nowhere to be found. And this boy was stuck being in trouble. And it went on every day. And his grandma said, "Why are you getting in so much trouble? Is it that boy you hanging around with?" "Well, he's my friend." With a friend like that, you don't need friends like that. You need to stop that. If you keep acting that way, people are going to see how bad you are, and the Ishtahola is going to show up, and I won't be able to do anything about that. He goes, "What's Ishtahola?" "Oh, you don't want to know. But if you keep doing that, you're going to find out who Ishtahola is." So he kept doing it, and that boy kept getting him in trouble, and that boy would never be seen. After they got in trouble, the boy would never be seen. That boy would never get in trouble, but this boy would always get in trouble. His grandma again said, "You need to leave that boy alone because Ishtahola is going to come." He says, "What is an Ishtahola?" Well, Ishtahola will come in many different forms. He'll come as a butterfly, come as a dragonfly, come as a person, come as anything, cat, dog. Many different things, but what makes Ishtahola different is it will never look you in the face. But then when it looks you in the face, you will notice that it has no eyes. It's black, hollow. That's when you know Ishtahola is there. And the boy's eyes opened up. "I don't believe no Ishtahola." And he went on his way. More and more, got in trouble. One day he's walking down that dirt road in the village. And as he's walking down that dirt road in that village, he looks in the distance and there's a tree. And near that tree is someone leaning up against that tree with a big dark black hat. And he sees that hat and he sees that man he'd never seen before. And as he gets closer, the man never looked up. But as he's getting ready to pass that man, the man goes, "Hey!" And that boy jumped back. And when he looked over, the man said, "You John?" He goes, "How you know me?" He said, "I know all about you. I know that I've been watching you. And you get in a lot of trouble, don't you?" "Whoa, no, I don't. No. You get in a lot of trouble. I came here to warn you and give you a chance. I'll give you this chance. Go tell everybody that you're sorry, that what you did, apologize and become a good kid. But if you don't," and the boy says, "What will you do?" And the man looks up at him with those hollow eyes and says, "I'll come and get you." And he jumped back, scared to death, because he realized what that man was. And the man laughed and said, "I give you 4 days to go out and tell everybody that you're sorry. Then come back to this tree and tell me you're sorry. And once you do that, we're okay. If not, I'm going to get you." And the old man vanishes right in front of his eyes. That boy took off running, man. He took off running all the way to his grandma's house. It was right next door to his. Knocked on that door. He was out of breath. He was sweating. He was all bothered. The door opened up. She says, why are you so sweaty? Why are you out of breath? Oh man, he was talking to me. He told me he's going to get me. What old man? Oh man, he told me if I don't do what he said. What did he say? He said, I got to go tell everybody I'm sorry, and if I don't, he's going to get me. What did he look like? He had no eyes. She went, oh, Ishtahola. What did he say? I got 4 days. 4 days to make it better. She said, you better get on it. So he goes to go out and he looks and it's gotten dark. So he's scared. So he runs next door to his house, he jumps in bed and he covers his head. He lays in that bed and he finally falls asleep. About 2 o'clock in the morning, there's a thing that people talk about in the Native American culture and in many other cultures because we overlap in a lot of cultures. Between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, there's a very special time. They call it the spirit time, where the dark and the light cross and it gets the darkest. And that's when the spirits move. So at 2 o'clock, he's sleeping and he hears the door open up. And he keeps his eyes closed and he hears that thumping come across that floor. And when he looks up, it was the old man. He looked at the old man said, did you do it? What? Did you tell everybody? No, it was dark and I was scared. Oh, you were scared. You wasn't scared when you were doing all them things, but now you're scared. Well, I got 4 days. The old man said, no, you only got 3 days. That was yesterday when I told you that. And he went, oh, and he outside his window he heard an owl. And the owl went, whoo-hoo. And when he looked at the window and he looked back, the old man was gone. He stayed up all night. Next morning he got up, he ran into the kitchen, he told everybody he was sorry, he ran out to that porch, and outside on that porch was that boy Alex. And he grabbed him and said, hey, where you going? Oh, I gotta go tell everybody I'm sorry, Ishtahola. It was Ishtahola. And the boy said, ain't no such thing as Ishtahola. And he started talking to him and he convinced that boy to go with him again. And they went out that day and they got in trouble again. He got back home late that afternoon. When he got home, who's sitting on the front porch? His grandma. She said, did you do it? Well, what? I know you did something today, and I know you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You got in trouble again. Oh, how'd you? Oh, I know. And if I know, the old man knows too. Did you do any of it? No. He said, well, I still got 2 days left. And he looked and it was dark. He ran home again, got in that bed. About 2 o'clock in the morning, that door opens up again. And that thing walks across the floor. And when he opened his eyes, there's an old man said, stop right now. I know you didn't do what you're supposed to do. And I know you went and got in trouble again. And the boy says, well, I got 2 days left. He says, I'm in charge here. You only got 1 day left. And he disappeared. Oh, that boy was scared. That boy was so scared. He looked down. He was scared. He looked down and he goes, oh my God, oh my God. And next morning he gets up and he runs in that kitchen and he tells that his mom, his dad, and all those people how upset he was and how sorry he was. He ran out that porch and that boy is sitting in that back porch again waiting for him. But this time, before that boy opened his eyes, he pushed that boy down on the ground. And he said, I ain't talking to you no more. I ain't listening to you. Get me in trouble. And he took off and he went and told everybody in the village, I am sorry. I'm never going to do it again. I'm sorry. I'm never going to do it again. He even told 2 cats, 4 dogs, and a couple cockroaches because he wanted to make sure he covered everybody. Then he went and looked for that tree. Well, he's looking for that tree. He finally found that tree and he said, oh man, I'm here. And he didn't hear anything. Then all of a sudden he heard, the wind picked up, and he heard in the wind, did you do it? Is that you, old man? He said. Did you do it? Yeah, I did. I told everybody. I told that. I even told some cockroaches, some dogs, and some cats. I made sure I told everybody. And the wind said, no, you didn't. You didn't tell everybody. Yes, I did. He thought about it. Oh, I'm sorry, old man. I'm sorry. I promise. I apologize to you. I never do it again. I'll be good the rest of my life. Are we okay? Did you do it? Yes, I did. I told you. And the wind said, no, you didn't. You didn't tell everybody. And he said, yes, I did. And he tried to remember that who he forgot. And he said, old man, he said, wind, who didn't I tell? And the wind picked up and said, you didn't tell the one person you hurt the most, the person you see in the mirror every day. And he thought about it. He went, oh my goodness, nobody liked him anymore. He was in trouble. He almost got taken away by the Ishtahola. He looked at his hands. He looked at himself and he went, I'm sorry. I will never, ever do this again. I will be the best I can be. I'm sorry. I apologize. And the wind picked up and went, have a good life. That boy took off running, went to his grandma, grabbed her, hugged her, and that boy was never bad again. The rest of his life, he was good. He lived to be over 100 years old, and he was good. But a couple days after that, that boy Alex, disappeared and was never seen again. Somebody had to take his place. If you're afraid of the Ishtahola, don't raise your hand. Do better, because only the people that are afraid of Ishtahola are the ones that need to be afraid of Ishtahola. In life, we're given many, many, many chances. That boy was given 4, and he ignored the first 3. Almost lost his last chance. In our life, we're given many chances, and sometimes we don't take those chances. We don't do anything with them until it's too late, and we can't fix it. That's the story of Ishtahola.
To support Moundville Archaeological Park, please consider visiting festival.museums.ua.edu and clicking Support Moundville at the top of the page.